Welcome to Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. I am Prabhake, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today, I am here to explain one of the experiments in the Electronic Devices and Instrumentation Laboratory. Lab code is 18ECL37. This is negative clipper circuit. Negative clipper circuit mainly consists of a diode. This is anode and this is cathode. And diode is IN4007N. This is the DC power supply. Here the negative terminal and this is the positive terminal. A resistor of 10 kilo ohms is used. To this clipping circuit, we have provided a signal from the signal generator which is set to generate a sinusoidal signal of 1 kilohertz, 10 volts peak to peak. Coming to the design part. First, fix the clipping voltage. Here we have fixed the clipping voltage as minus 3 volts. Because it is a negative clipper, we have fixed it as minus 3 volts. During positive half cycle of the input signal, the diode D will be off. During negative half cycle, diode D will be on. Now, applying KVL to the output circuit, we get the equation V out is equal to VR minus VD, where VR is a reference DC voltage that need to be set according to the whatever the value we obtain. Then VD is the diode cut-in voltage. Here we have taken that as 0.6 volts. By solving this equation, we get VR is equal to minus 2.4 volts, which is a biasing voltage that we need to apply to this biased negative clipping circuit. An input signal is given from the signal generator to the clipping circuit. The signal generator is set to generate a sinusoidal signal of 1 kilohertz frequency and 10 volts peak to peak. Input signal is set and measure with the help of CRO. Here we can easily make out that signal is having 5 divisions on a vertical axis, 5 into 2 volts, it's a 10 volts peak to peak, and signal is having 1 plus 1, 2 divisions on the horizontal axis, 2 into 0.5 millisecond is a time knob, so totally we will get 1 millisecond time period. 1 millisecond time period is nothing but 1 kilohertz frequency of the input signal. Set power supply to provide 2.4 volts DC supply. In this circuit, this is a diode connected. This is the cathode and this terminal is the anode. 10 kilo ohm resistor. Power supply has come from the power supply and the input is provided from the signal generator, and 2 probes are used to analyze both input and output waveforms. Whatever we are seeing here, it is an input which is connected to the channel 2. Coming to the channel 1, which is the output, very easily we can make out some portion of the negative half cycle has been clipped off. Measuring it, 1.5 divisions on the negative side, 1.5 divisions on the negative side, 1.5 into 2, 3 volts. So we are getting only 3 volts. Remaining 2 volts has been clipped off. Then to analyze the transfer characteristic, it is compulsory to give the input to the channel 2 and output to the channel 1. Then put the CRO in a XY mode. We can make out that this is the transfer characteristic of an negative clipping circuit where the negative waveform has been clipped at 3 volts. These are the complete connection. Here, the power supply is set here for 2.4 volts as per the design. Note down both the transfer characteristic as well as output characteristic as well as input characteristic.